Sweet Science Brothers coming to you live from NYC. What up, YouTube boxing fans? It's your boy Yav, and I'm here with some news for you today. So it's been officially announced by Golden Boy Promotions and Canelo that they are having a super fight with Amir Khan. Yeah, that's right. The lineal middleweight champion of the world is going to defend his title against a welterweight contender at 155-pound catch weight, or as it's become known, Canelo weight. How do I feel about it? I mean, I think it's awful for the sport of boxing, to have the lineal middleweight title making a mockery, like fighting smaller guys like this. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're all surprised with Amir Khan's announcement that he accepted this fight. But I'm not surprised with the move from Canelo and his side. I mean, here we have Canelo, a guy who's made his career pretty much beating the crap out of guys that are smaller than him. So, I mean, what did Amir Khan weigh in his last fight? 174, 175 pounds when he fought Cotto? That's how much Canelo weighed, I'm sorry. Yeah, Canelo weighed 174, 175 pounds against Cotto. And what did Amir Khan weigh? Like 152? And this is like Amir Khan after rehydrating. So, Canelo is going to outweigh Amir Khan by like 25, 30 pounds. It's going to be such a huge size difference, bro. It's going to be a mockery. Like, when you actually see these two guys in the ring, it's going to be a mockery, like the size difference. Secondly, I haven't made a video about Amir Khan before, but I'm a big Amir Khan fan. I just haven't made a video because he hasn't done a damn thing worth talking about for the last, 3 years or so. It's just a lot of talk. A lot of chasing Floyd Mayweather, a lot of chasing other fights that aren't going to happen. But I mean, I can't believe that he would. Let's just talk about Amir Khan for a second, because Canelo's another matter. But Amir Khan, it's like excuse me, I've been sick for a couple of days now. So, yeah, Amir Khan. Man, talk about having the greatest potential. Talk about being on top of the sport of boxing. And then just making bad decisions. It's unbelievable how this guy's tanked his career. And it's a miracle that he's been able to maintain his good name so far. I mean, it's like he was on top with Golden Boy Promotions. He went to the top. He was having big fights, knocked out Zab Judah, defeated Marcos Maidana, he was unifying belts at 140. He was looking fantastic. And then he gets knocked out by Danny Garcia. And then from there, he goes on to, having a bunch of tune-ups. And he didn't really look good. He got rid of Freddie Roach. He got together with Virgil Hunter, which at first I thought that was a great move. I was like, oh wow, that's a perfect trainer, because he was lacking in his defense. But after I saw the result, I just felt like, Virgil Hunter hasn't really made him much better. The only thing I've noticed from Amir Khan since he's linked up with Virgil Hunter is that he clinches a lot more now. And, clinching is only going to get you so far. There's fighters that won't allow that nonsense. Perfect example, Sergey Kovalev. He's pretty much unclinchable. You clinch him, and he hurts you real bad every time you do it, and then you eventually just don't want nothing to do with any clinch on Sergey. But that's another fighter and another story. My point is that clinching is not really defense. It's bullshit, And I haven't seen anything more than clinching being added on to his game plan ever since he linked up with Virgil Hunter. So I feel like, that hasn't really materialized into anything. And then it's like, he looked sensational against Devon Alexander, but then he looked awful against Algieri. Now, I give Khan a pass. I try to give Khan a pass on Algieri because, you know, Algieri was at welterweight a lot bigger than he was at junior welterweight. And with John David Jackson, he just had a completely different style of fighting. So I think that Amir Khan and his team got caught off guard by that. But I still feel like, you know, when you're an elite fighter, you should be able to adjust. And Amir Khan didn't really adjust. He caught himself in a bad situation with Algieri, and he just managed. He just boxed his way out of it, but he just looked awful, and he didn't really have the tools to. You know, he just had difficulty with Algieri, and it's like, had Algieri had more pop, more punches, more punching power, he might not have gotten out of that fight. I really don't know. My point is, you know, you got the Danny Garcia fight lined up for June. It's lined up for you. It's a mandatory. And I know he could beat the shit out of Danny Garcia. Excuse my language. I know he could beat him. Danny Garcia got lucky in that first fight because Khan was boxing his ears off until he landed that haymaker, which I've said it before 100 times. Other YouTube guys have seen it. Go watch that fight. Danny Garcia had his eyes closed when he threw that haymaker. You know what I'm saying? It was a home run shot. Anyway, I know he could beat Danny Garcia in that rematch. He's got that lined up right there. Lined up for him. And then you got the Kell Brook fight. The mega, super, ultimate, massive pay-per-view fight in England. Stadium fight. And you don't take either, you know, then you go and you take the risk to fight Canelo. It's like, this fight is such a huge risk for Khan. I think this guy, Khan, maybe he's doing drugs, man. I think he does drugs or something. So something's got. I can't believe he would take this fight. Like, what is he thinking? This guy is too big for you. I mean, I know you're going to get a good payday, but you have a big name. Like, you don't need to. This guy's going to wash you up, man. Like, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the guy's going to outweigh him by 25, 30 pounds, maybe even more. He's going to be so much bigger than Khan. And he's just going to walk through everything Khan throws and then just beat the brakes off of Khan. Like, I mean, did they see how he knocked out his last opponent? I'm not talking about Miguel Cotto. I'm talking about, what's his name? His name escapes me right now. Kirkland. Did you see what happened to Kirkland? Like, you want that? Yo, Khan is chinny, man. He's chinny. Kirkland has an excellent chin. He got knocked out, man. Like, I mean, I know the thinking. Khan thinks he could, like box and move and box around Canelo. And listen, man, they're going to put you in a small ring, Khan. You're the B-side. It's going to be like a 16 by 16 ring. They're going to put him in a small ring, and Canelo's going to knock his ass out. I mean, even if you do dance around Canelo, it's like he's going to hit you with those massive body shots. You're going to slow down. He can't win this fight. There's no way. I mean, even if he thinks he could, okay, let's say he can avoid the big shot and not get knocked out. I mean, there was a judge that had the fight for Canelo when he fought Mayweather. Like, this is a guy that you can't just outbox this guy. Even if you slap him around, it's highly unlikely you're going to get a decision. So you're going to go for a payday and pretty much go into a fight with like an 85% chance of 90% chance of losing and a good 60-70% chance of getting knocked out. I'm talking seriously hurt here. I mean, I don't understand. What's the thinking? Like, why didn't you just fight Kell Brook? Why didn't you just... I don't get it. Do you think that you're going to go and take a devastating loss in May and still get a big fight with Danny Garcia in June? That's not going to happen, man. You lose that fight, you're not going to get the Garcia fight. And even if you do, you might not be the same after a beating like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You know, you guys let me know what you think. I think this is a joke. And I think the WBC is a goddamn disgrace. I think they're a complete disgrace. How does Amir Khan, who's, you know, he's not even the top dog at welterweight, how does he get a shot at the middleweight champion of the championship of the world? Like, it's a joke, man. It's completely like it's unbelievable, man. I don't know. And the thing that bothers me about it the most is Amir Khan's a big name, Canelo's a big name, and a lot of people are just gonna tune in and have a good time, and that's what pisses me off. This is gonna pay off at the end of the day for Golden Boy, and that bothers me the most. It's like you know you're gonna get this sacrificial lamb in Khan, and don't get me wrong, Khan is a top-notch boxer, top-notch fighter. It's just that he's too small for Canelo. I don't see him beating Canelo. I don't see him even coming close. He did jump up 2 divisions to fight Canelo. Like, I don't know, man. This is crazy. I'm gonna make more videos about this. We're gonna get more in detail with all of this nonsense. But this is it just happened right now, and this is all I gotta say about it. Let me know how you guys feel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Holla at your boy. Peace.